Blasting left down the lane, spins to the middle. Ibaka blocks his 10-foot fadeaway.
Win one of 50 pairs of tickets before every home game through the Kia Thunder Reward Zone. Tickets are awarded 1 hour before tip-off. Pre-register online at thunder.nba.com or at the northwest entrance of Chesapeake Energy Arena up to 3 hours before tip-off. Get seats to your favorite games all season long at the Kia Thunder Reward Zone.
Welcome back to Thunder Insider, presented by Integris Health.
And we are now joined by Matt Pinto as we welcome you back to Thunder Insider. Well, guys, it's no surprise that after putting up 51 points in that double overtime thriller in Toronto, that Kevin Durant is now named the Western Conference Player Week again for the upteenth time this season. Matt, how special is what he's doing right now?
The sixth time, by the way. And oh, by the way, in other news, the sun rose in the east and is going to set in the west. It's incredible.
Like.
The level of consistency that he's delivered offensively, and the number that really stands out to me, we know about his scoring prowess, and of this generation, he's the best scorer on the planet, and he's going to gain his fourth scoring title. But Grant, in the previous 6 seasons in his career, he's had 26 games at 7 or more assists. This season, 24. So when you talk about his playmaking skill, his ball handling, finding teammates, setting up teammates, it's remarkable.
And he's continuing to do the other things. And I tell you what, that award, Leslie, it doesn't get old. It never gets old. You never get tired of hearing Kevin Durant receives another award, because in my estimation, the work that he puts in, he earns it. It's not just given to him. He earns those awards. And you talk about the assists, Matt. I'm going to go in with the other angle of rebounding the basketball. Scoring seems to come natural for this man. The work comes in on the defensive end of the floor. He's helping his team rebound the basketball. He doesn't let those other elements of the game go by the wayside because he's such a magnificent scorer. He wants to impact the game in other ways. Scoring is just one of those ways that he seems to be able to be gifted in that area. But the rebounding, to me, at his size, the time that he's on the floor, he's got to find a way to impact the game, and he has, and that's been his rebounding.
But speaking of his scoring, he's now scored at least 25 or more points for 36 straight games. He is 4 back from tying Michael Jordan's record. Grant, can you put into perspective how big this is?
It is, because I remember when I started out on that trail, I got one game of 25, and then it was like I couldn't get the other 39, and I understand how difficult this can be, but we talk about, again, Kevin's level of consistency and his professionalism also, and I think that goes a long way with understanding who Kevin Durant is during this thing this ride that he's on. The teammates that have to support you and put you in a position to be successful, and he's always commenting about how his teammates are putting him in a position to be successful, but he's the guy that has to actually make those shots, and it's been a tremendous ride.
Well, Nate McMillan, to me, had the greatest line about Kevin Durant when he coached the Trailblazers. He said, Kevin's open always. He can shoot over the top of guys, and he has unlimited range, so it's not as if he can't get a shot and doesn't have the ability to score. Now that he's maneuvering as he is off the dribble, I mean, you're at his mercy because he is so good with the basketball. And you mentioned the rebounding. He's one of the best percentage defensive rebounders in the league, not just at his position, but in the league. So he does so many things at such an extraordinarily high level. The leadership has come quantum steps forward this season, given the adversities this team has faced. It's just a joy to watch him continue to evolve as one of the greatest players, maybe in history eventually.
Sure. Well, tons of praise for Kevin Durant right here. Of course, all over the world, there's been a lot of praise for Kevin Durant. Of course, right here in Oklahoma City, where his coaches and teammates are even shaking their heads at what he's doing right now on the court.
He has a gift of scoring, but he also has a gift of playmaking and helping his teammates score. His assist level has gone up every year. He's rebounding the ball this year at a high clip. He's defending. He's a two-way player, and those are the special players in the league that can impact the game on both ends of the floor, and he can.
It was a rough game, but KD just brought us through. It's one of the best games that I've been a part of. I took the DVD home and watched it a few times because it was a special game. So just try to build on that momentum and continue to get better.
Yeah, I got 63 text messages when I got back to my phone after the game.
Time getting deep. KD way outside for three. He's got it! He's got it!
It's pretty special to play that way, play that type of game on the road. It's never want to take anything for granted. And it's hard enough to score in this league, and it's hard enough to win in this league.
Whether it's in the locker room, on the bus, in the hotel, on the court during a timeout, Kevin has been an incredible leader.
Kevin was doing a great job of just carrying us and being the superstar and the MVP caliber player that he is. And But I was surprised, you know, and happy with our defensive effort.
So then that block on Johnson and the contest on DeRozan was at a level that we needed him to defend, and those are two big plays. Those are two critical plays of the game.
Ahead on Thunder Insider.
Durant measuring Fournier. It almost looks effortless sometimes for Durant. He has 14.